Good afternoon. My name is Nathanael Christian and I'm co-founder and the CEO of IDRX, a rupiah-backed stablecoin. So right after we discuss about the digital economy, I guess we also should talk about the tokenized economy as well. When we talk about tokenized economy, we could see that the real world asset tokenization per April this year, they just hit a 30 billion US dollar. And that number is actually excluded of the stablecoin market cap. And the stablecoin market cap is also surpassed 300 billion US dollar per April 2026. And the Boston Consulting Group is actually project the real world asset tokenization would hit a 16 trillion US dollar by 2030. And actually, when we talk about the tokenized economy, now every single real world asset tokenization currently is settled with US dollar stablecoin. And if we would love to see the fact that 99% of the stablecoin currently being dominated by US dollar stablecoin. And by that said, as the commerce moving on chain, a tokenization market and economy coming right now, we just quietly redenominate into dollars. So every single transaction in the blockchain right now, it's dominated by US dollar. It's kind of like a dollarization basically. And the fact that if we are using USD stablecoin, the value actually drifts offshore. Every single US dollar stablecoin that we might use is actually sit in the US Treasury in the United States. Means that every single rupiah that we just convert into USD stablecoin, it's actually would be sit in the United States. And the fact that the tokenized economy without a local currency rail is actually the dollarized economy by default. And that's why we are building a rupiah-backed stablecoin called IDRX. It's actually a local currency stablecoin that pegged one per one with the rupiah. It's also fully reserved within Indonesian bank, and it's also audited, transparent. We do the monthly audit by the auditor as well, and we've been live on the couple of blockchain networks. So IDRX is actually not a new currency. This is the same rupiah, but it's actually a new rail. So the question is, why rupiah stablecoin matters? So the first one is all about the monetary sovereignty. Why? Because we keep the rupiah as the main currency within a blockchain ecosystem. And we make sure the value stay on shores. Means that every single IDRX that being issued, the rupiah would be sit within Indonesian bank. And we need rupiah native settlement. Why? Because with the upcoming blockchain-based fintech, when we talk about digital economy, there will be a lot of blockchain-based fintech that would using a blockchain technology to be able to run their fintech platform. And if we do not have a rupiah native stablecoin, then it will be used by USD stablecoin. The main reason why is actually the only currency that could communicate with the blockchain system is only stablecoin. And if Indonesia doesn't have their own local currency stablecoin, then our country would using a USD stablecoin. And in fact that, just 2 weeks ago, the House of Representatives of the Indonesia, DPR, and also Mr. President just unlocked and released the new of P2SK law. And Fortunately, stablecoin and digital financial assets is inside the P2SK law, means that stablecoin and digital financial asset now could be used as for transaction, even though it doesn't mean for payment. So, by having a local currency stablecoin for Indonesia like IDRX, we could using for cross-border settlement. Now Indonesia have more than 30 billion US dollar for cross-border remittance. We do have 500 billion US dollar for export and import payment. Can you imagine? For the whole past year, we are keep relying on US dollar, be able to send money from other country to Indonesia, vice versa. The main reason why, because we are still using SWIFT technology. But by using a blockchain-based settlement, we might not need USD anymore for the settlement. And if we compare with the SWIFT fees and efficiency as well, blockchain-based settlement is actually more efficient. It could be arrive within minutes, with the cost is also near zero as well. And rupiah stablecoin also could be a native settlement for every single tokenization in this world. For example, there will be a lot of tokenization of gold. There will be a lot of tokenization of property. There will be a lot of tokenization money market fund. Every single financial asset would be tokenized. And why? Because tokenization allows the financial asset to be able to be accessed globally, borderless, and anyone could participate without minimum of investment as well. And by having rupiah stablecoin, it's also allow the programmable transaction. Means that we cannot allow the programmable transaction with a fiat money. By only having a stablecoin, means that we could design and program every single programmable transaction. For example, if we are talking about tokenization IP, there is a writer for music or the editor for the books. We never know how much the royalties that have been distributed to the writer, for example. But by utilizing smart contract, by utilizing stablecoin, we can also track how many payout that being distributed into the writer that having the IP, for example, how many royalty that being distributed into the music creator, for example, and it also be possible if we are using smart contract by blockchain, and as well as the stable coin as the native settlement inside the blockchain ecosystem. And this is the proof of the concept that we have been building in the past 2 years. So IDRX currently have a 1.2 million US dollar in the circulating supply across multiple blockchain. We also have more than 50,000 users across centralized exchanger as well as decentralized exchanger in wallets. We also already generated 450 million US dollar in on-chain transaction. That's the number including minting, redeem, and transfer as well. And currently IDRX is already live on Indodex, Pintu, and other centralized exchanger globally, including Coinbase and OKX as well. So the tokenized economy actually will be built either way. We cannot run away for the tokenized economy. And the question is, which currency will be settled? Because currently there are 21 countries that actually already issuing their own local stable coin, started from Indonesia, Malaysia ringgit, Singapore dollar, Hong Kong dollar, there's Thailand baht, there is Korea won, there is Japanese yen, there is Nigerian naira, there is Turkish lira, and Canadian dollar as well. So there are more than 21 countries that already exploring the local currency stable coin to be able to stop the reliance of the US dollar. And local currency stablecoin is the only way for rupiah to show up in the tokenized economy. Thank you.